Welcome to the Student Conference, Grade 12. A student with a positive attitude tend to achieve higher academic success with a focus on a positive attitude. They value themselves and their capabilities. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by not valuing yourself and all your capabilities. Then, a positive attitude. A person with a positive attitude is driven to start. They have motivation. Some people only want motivation from other people. You don't need that if you have a positive attitude. You must have a structured routine to plan and manageable chunks to work, and then a to-do list on a daily basis. Do you already know when you're going to finish your grade 12? With a positive attitude, you will have the day and date. You're just following the steps. You must have a mindset shift to say, I can do this. This is what I plan, I can do this. Then, with effort, your intelligence and skills will improve because nothing comes from nothing. Some people have to work harder than others. Then, have enthusiasm for learning new things and make learning enjoyable. Whatever you learn, make sure that you can share it with somebody else, valuing yourself and your capabilities. That is a positive attitude. So I can ask you, do you have that? Because remember, we said that is the goal to success. Have a positive attitude. Grow in all these different steps. How can you finish grade 12? Now, never underestimate yourself and your abilities by, for instance, taking shortcuts or not doing a proper job. Complete your goals daily. Work at least 5 to 6 hours work per day. Because, and remember, if your goals is not finished, you have to work longer. Some people just work longer and slower than others, but it's fine. You will get there. Keep good communication with your teacher on the platform as well as on Teams. Keep good communication with your teacher, and then also obviously with respect. So if you keep daily contact with your teacher, make sure whatever you've done is correct, it's marked, you will succeed. Then finishing off, it's all about plan. If you're going into further studies, complete by August, September, if not earlier. The cutoff date for receiving your graduation certificate in 2025 will be the 14th of November. If you still want to receive that certificate by the 14th of November, or we need to receive your work or your completed work by the 14th of November. Messages on the platform and Teams. If you need help, send a message, even if the status of the teacher, well, it doesn't matter what is the status of the teacher. You just send a message anyway, they will come back to you. Or book a tutor session on Teams. If you can only get a session tomorrow on Teams, do work in another subject, do another assignment in another subject, which was meant to be completed by tomorrow. So do that today, and tomorrow you can do the course that you have booked a session with. So in that way, you're not going to fall behind by just doing some extra work in another subject. So what did I say? Plan. If a teacher did not answer you within the day, the message must have slipped from their dashboard. It can happen. So please resend that message if they haven't answered you within a day. the teacher messages. If a student does not reply to a message by the end of the day, the switch on platform will be blocked. Why? Because you are supposed to have your teams online during the day, and especially if you want to finish. So what is the reason? Why will we block you? Because you're wasting your time. It can be a day or two. It's a loss of productivity. So just answer your messages. Make sure at the end of the day that all your messages are read. Make sure your platform and your team's messages are read and dealt with. The quiz, test, and exam room. So please, grade 12s, book your quizzes in the test room. A teacher might sit in for invigilation via WhatsApp for a quiz, test, or exam, but that will be organized with you in person. Book the day before you have to write your tests or quiz or exam in the test room. Once everything was done and graded, make sure the work was completed the previous day in case there's a comeback, and make sure it's handed in before 3 in the afternoon. So if you need to write a test tomorrow, that work was marked and there's no comebacks, because time is of essence. Make sure the work is correct when handed in. What happens with a comeback? In other words, a teacher sends something back. Unfortunately, no test can be done if the work wasn't corrected. This is a time waster. Make sure you do it properly the first time around. The latest booking allowed is 4.5 hours before a test and exam, so that will be 7 o'clock in the morning. You can still book for a test, not the exam, but for a test. And remember, Ma'am Bronwyn is the contact person on Teams. Path to graduation. Have you seen the web page called Path to Graduation? I'm sure you have. This will be available for you even when you finish your grade 12. It's constantly updated. So make sure that you follow that guidelines. It's on students' team, as you know. Make yourself familiar with the content. Make sure you can see the student team, then student AP in your graduation folder. If you can't see it, please ask Ma'am Megan. Just to make sure that you are aware of which subjects need to be done still before graduation, that you don't miss out on a subject and that all your credits are correct. But as you know, you have already discussed that with Ma'am Megan, but you can on a regular basis just check in with her. Plan your grade completion. Try to complete August, September, October to be ready for further studies. And take up the responsibility and try your best for the highest GPA possible. Keep then contact with Ma'am Marianne Visser for the path to graduation. She will guide you, whatever steps you have to take. Then you can watch the video of the study methods, because it's so important, study methods, and then also the practicality thereof. Ma'am Stephanie will have made a video, and we have shared it already on the student team. Then, if you're still finishing off later in the year, we've got our virtualized Stedford in term 3, September and October, and info will be shared in term 2. So everything is online. You take a video of your dance, your music, your drama, or you do some writing, you take photos, you do art. We've got a live culinary cook-off, which is very exciting. Everybody is baking and cooking at the same time. And yes, so we will really, and there's also life hack videos and documentaries you can do. So we'll give you the information beginning of next term. Term 2, Ma'am Marianne Visser will be the acting principal, and Ma'am Megan van Graan, she will be our public relation lady in Ma'am Faye's place, because myself and Ma'am Faye will be out of office in term 2. School closing on Friday, reopens on the 8th, and please take a break. There's still a long stretch till the end of the year. Have fun.